acting like they know me, cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me, cause I'm
P-P-P-Love, time to bring the bass bird.
Swear I'm going big like a lineman. She want bring the limes in. She wanna pull up to the crib, we can't dine in. Up right away, couldn't even get a vine in. Straight with the money we aligned in. Tell me how they broke, tryna chime in. Jesus watching over here in diamonds. He the only reason why I do not get violent. Ay, cause he gave me patience. Ay, swear that all makes sense. Ay, when you making bands, can make friends. Cause I know they tryna shit like Ray-Bans. Got a bad little shorty wasting. And I own it, I ain't gotta pay rent. Ay, I know we the ones that ain't them. Pull both hands together and I'm saying amen. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going big. Everywhere I go, they know the click. Way too many wins, they know the shit. They was hating, know they sick, acting like they know me. Cause I'm going big, going bigger. Postmates, how I deliver. My game too cold, made it shiver, but I'm still a hot boy. Cool it down, let it simmer. Hey, see him mad, got him bitter. Can't stop the shine with a dimmer. Only what I give her, and she let her call me baby, but I do not need a sitter. See me dip, yeah, I'm saucing. People at the bank see me often. Let the money run, it's a faucet. She gave me the that's a boss is. Took over the game, now we all in. I was down in the chips, then went all in. Throwing up the gang, ain't no vomit. Make my mama stop working, that's the promise. Going big, going big.
Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting.
Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Los Angeles Rams and the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Play fake, and it's Watson. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
And they should come in pretty well rested because they had their open week last week. Ideally, all teams want to have that open week later in the year rather than this early. But you make do with what they give you. So you take the time off, rest up, heal up, and come in ready to play.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
On 1st and 10, Watson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 50, it's Watson. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point from McManus is good, and that makes the score 7-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Gurley again here on first down. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now, this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you run into big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. He's got it at the 15. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Watson, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Here's Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. So here are the Steelers to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah,
and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. Shifts by him. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Flushed. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's how we do it.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And he is all the way up past the 25.
Don't suck this way.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After the interception, here's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. And just 1 tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter. Throwing again is Watson. ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 3rd and 14 coming up. Third and long. It's Watson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster, that's complete. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. But one thing's for sure, they're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant. We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll set up a throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Austin Seferian-Jenkins. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Watson. Big hold to the 30. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. It's caught by OBJ. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The Rams on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Cruz. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 17-yard line.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Now on third down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game with great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on fourth down, and my goodness, incomplete.
I'm just going to go ahead and call it, partner. You could smell the desperation in that fake, couldn't you? Down big. They had to try something. No one was fooled.
I think you're exactly right. With this deficit, though, go ahead and give it a shot. Didn't work out. In the end, I guess it doesn't hurt him too much. A Steeler first down on a pickup of 11 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Hey, Gator. Watching the drive. Go. Now.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
58's the money. Yep. 58's the money. Here we go.
Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. On fourth down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
The final shot before the break. Watson. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
So we've come to halftime after a very one. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Safarian Jenkins has it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equanimeous St. Brown. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 43 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. A drive there of just 4 plays, and the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they've bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown. I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
That is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth. That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On play action, they'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Take it at the 37. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Watson on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams are in for 6. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. In a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
They'll drop to throw. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A gain there of 21 yards. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 2nd and 2. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
94.
They go play action here on first down. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. James Washington, his second touchdown on the season. And the Steelers capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. McManus's point after is good, and that will extend this big lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Ball on the 30, they'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Bowen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Bowen. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Break the set. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. He finds his target. Beckham. And down inside the 15 he goes. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
2nd and 5 now. Watson. He'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
He's coming. We got something.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Rams are in for 6. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that will get them 1 closer. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. This one taken from the 7. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you.
It's caught inside the 25, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he's to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
She's singing too.
Oh, she's at least
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he's just saying something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
That's it, baby. We gonna work.
Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. He gets it to Gurley, complete. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Defense.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. That's good for 28 yards.
Come on now, let's go.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people.
Well, he stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. Again, it's Watson. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
1st and goal. Forget running the football. Forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Juju Smith-Schuster and the rest of this offense heading back out there. And now he's inching closer to a 200-yard game. He's been so solid.
And he's really denting the pride of the guys playing defense, too, because there's certain barriers that you just don't want to give up. Never want to give up a 100-yard rusher, a 100-yard receiver. He's closing in on 200 yards. Wow, that's a really big game.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Hey, rock it, rock it.
Mike 58 right there. Hey, that QB's trash. That's
Snap.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings.
Exactly.
There.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's go, let's go.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.